staples of uni life, the student bar crawl, and here at the University of Birmingham, the Raising and Giving Society Carnival RAG run the Carnage charity bar crawl once a term, encouraging students to do bad things for good causes. But sadly, after 12 years and an unfortunate association with a different bar crawl, Carnival RAG have made the decision to bring the event to an end, making this the last ever Carnage. We're here tonight following the Stewards, who do a really important role in making sure that the students have fun and ultimately, on a night like this, stay safe. Before the night got started, we met up with Tom Petrie, this year's Carnival RAG president.
Carnage is an event that we run. It's a massive bar crawl. It's the largest student-run UK charity bar crawl, and essentially we visit about 3 bars and then a final venue with all of our students. We have sort of a system whereby we'll have about sort of 40 plus stewards on tonight, and then there are 7 head stewards. We're all radioed up, and the stewards get training at the start of how to sort of identify these problems and what the likely problems will be.
While the participants are getting in the party mood, the Stewards' night starts with a briefing from the Carnival Committee.
The way that we run our stewards is really looked highly upon by the Guild and University, and sort of even wider than that really.
Stewards perform a huge range of tasks, whether it's just getting participants across the road safely, to, if something serious happens, taking a participant to hospital. The general problems that we experience are to do with participants who've possibly had a bit too much to drink. We have systems in place where we possibly take participants off to one side, make sure they've had water, make sure they get food, and just generally make sure that their welfare is looked after. And if they need to go home, then we often send somebody home with them as well. They really are brilliant people, and they're really, really good at acting sort of rationally in those situations and effectively as well.
Once the stewards' briefing is over, the head stewards meet in the Carnival office to discuss the evening's plans in more detail.
Your primary jobs are to look after your stewards, make sure that they're going inside. We shouldn't have a problem with it being cold tonight.
We have our experienced stewards. We have some of those in head steward roles, so their main job is to make sure that the rest of their stewards are being looked after. The head stewards and the experienced stewards are generally there to sort of keep the morale up and keep everybody having a great time.
Then it's on to the buses and over to Broad Street, where the crawl can really begin. However, the Carnage charity bar crawl is not the only crawl to grace the streets of Birmingham in recent years, a fact that has caused Carnival some serious problems.
It's the last Carnage because we've found some issues with what a lot of people would have heard of as Carnage UK, which is basically a for-profit bar crawl. The reason we're changing is because of some of the issues that they have brought along with the way they run their crawl.
It's brought a lot of negative press on us. Like we often end up in the papers being associated to this other company.
Obviously, the organisation you're having trouble with is Carnage UK. Could you just explain to us who they are and why you're different?
They now operate in around about, I think it's 30 cities now. They often bring us quite a lot of bad press. There have been incidents with people urinating on war memorials, the press getting photos of people being sick in the street. It's not really the image that we really want to be associated with. How we try and differentiate ourselves is with our stewarding programme.
A steward can do anything from clearing out the bar before the crawl moves on, helping participants cross the road, or pick up the pieces when things go a little bit wrong. I spoke to Joe Alderman, one of the first aiders for the evening.
Basically, I'm at the end of a radio and I'm just on call in case anything happens to anyone, and if there is anything that happens to anyone, I come and sort it out.
Has anything happened tonight where you'd be needed for that role?
There's been a guy that fell over earlier on. The first thing that we need to basically establish is if there's anything that could be severely wrong with the person. I spoke to the stewards at the scene who had seen him fall over and just basically established if there's any chance he could have hit his head, and there wasn't, so we knew we were okay. His friends helped him up and they got up to get some food somewhere.
Have you had any incidents in the past that have been quite serious, and what have you done in that situation?
Nothing that we can't deal with. If there is anything that's serious, we always make sure to get the paramedics or anyone involved quite quickly. We have a very good relationship with the West Midlands Police, who always know when we're running these events. So they're always aware and on scene, and we can speak to them if we have any issues.
Would you recommend it to anyone, especially first aiders who might be looking to join the society?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a medical student myself, which is why I've got a first aid background, and I'd love there to be more medics involved in volunteering at the Guild.
And that's one of the most impressive things about this night. Every one of the stewards is an unpaid volunteer. But what makes someone want to give up their night out to help out others? What's the appeal of stewarding, and why did you decide to join Carnival RAG?
I love Carnage. I've done all of them this year so far. just wanted to see it from the other side really, and you get to go to Risa afterwards, get to hang out with all the stewards who are really awesome people.
What sort of training do you get for nights like this?
So we get the infamous steward training, which the Carnival like to talk about, but it's pretty much my role is just to make sure people get to and from safely, make sure everyone's having a good time.
How important is it to be friendly to people who have had maybe a little bit too much to drink on a night out like this?
It's the most important thing, you know. The more you're friendly to people, the friendlier they're back to you, and then everyone has a good time. And when you get people too drunk, you just smile and let them do their own thing, and everyone's happy, really.
Would you encourage freshers that are coming to the university this year to join Carnival RAG?
Absolutely. Try it from the other side and see what it's like, and it's really fun.
I really want to take a thing out.
Stewards are amazing. I've stewarded in a couple of Carnages before, so it's really nice to see them out tonight. And yeah, everybody's really passionate about supporting students, and this bar crawl couldn't happen without them.
Stewards doing a good job.
The stewards are doing a wonderful job, as they always do.
Better than her dancing, yeah.
They're making us crossing the roads quite safely.
I feel really safe tonight. I feel I can have a great time. I finished my exams yesterday, and you know, it's really good.
How do you feel the night's gone so far?
I'm really happy. Not quite as many people as we would have wanted, but we're still going to raise about £2,000 for local charities. So from that point of view, really happy.
What are you going to be doing slightly later on, sort of when the night starts winding down?
When the night starts winding down, about 11:30, once we've got the last person into the bar, we get all the stewards together. We had a chat about how we think the night went, and then we head inside, and as sort of a thank you for spending the last 6 hours outside, everyone gets 2 free drinks in our own private room.
After handing out prizes for the most enthusiastic and helpful stewards of the night, everyone heads into the final bar, as the stewards' night is only just beginning.
It's definitely the best night out you can have in Birmingham when you're sober.
I just think it's much more fun to actually steward than it is to come out, and all my friends do it, so...
It's really good fun, a great way to meet loads of people. We have to look the amount of people here tonight, and everyone's really friendly.
Well, we get Carnival catch-up now, and it's so much more fun.
What we're about to experience now, which is the infamous Carnage catch-up, where you try and catch up with the rest of the participants.
All the students tonight have had a really good time. I've had so much fun tonight filming everyone, and I think we can be safe in the knowledge that all the stewards have put in so much effort tonight to make sure that everyone is safe, that everyone is having fun, and I'd just like to say thank you so much for all the work they do. Even though Carnage may be ending, we can still be sure that the stewards will always be doing the best job they can to make sure the students of Birmingham are having an amazing time.
Hey, I just met you.